I want to share with you a few online startup business lenders that loan $250,000. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So if you are listening to me right now, you are a single member LLC startup, and you are basically looking for an online business lender to kind of help you out, you want to pay attention to this review. The first online lender I want to share with you is OnDeck. And what we love about OnDeck is that OnDeck is really friendly to small businesses, especially a single member LLCs. So if you are a startup and you are looking for, some kind of fast funding, you might want to think about OnDeck. And they actually will give you anywhere from $1,000 all the way to $100,000. And what we love about OnDeck is that their application process is fast and easy, and the company has a streamlined, simple underwriting process. In some cases, you can access up to $100,000 in term loans the day you apply. If you are a single member LLC and you applied, let's say around 9 a.m. Eastern, around 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., you could be approved and actually access your line of credit or loan ASAP. So this is kind of cool. On average, loans that you get through OnDeck, they are approved in 2 to 3 days. Okay. So when we think about the pros and cons of OnDeck as an online business lender, the pros, you have fast access to cash. You have minimal documentation required to apply, so they're not really asking you a lot of paperwork. They're not really bothering with a lot of paperwork. And even if you have a low credit score and you are a single member LLC, you're looking for an online business lender, OnDeck will take care of you, not a problem. Let me talk to you about the drawbacks here. You have daily or weekly repayments. So OnDeck will actually ask you to pay on a daily basis or a weekly basis. In some cases, this could be disruptive to your single member LLCs, the cash flows. But as long as you can actually manage, then you are good to go. Okay, and OnDeck is not available in some states or to some industries, and OnDeck tends to have a higher interest rate. So the thing is that all these good things is good, but OnDeck tends to charge a lot more, and loan terms are not really that long. OnDeck wants you to really repay them, pay them back within 2 years, maximum 24 months. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. We are going to have a conversation that you're going to love. Another online business lender that will give up to $250,000 to single member LLC startups is American Express Blueprint. So American Express Business Blueprint, that's how the official name is called. This is actually a business line of credit. So if you are a single member LLC and you are looking for some kind of funding, some kind of funding from an online business lender, you want to think about American Express. But the only thing is, American Express wants you to really be in business for even if you're a startup, American Express wants you to have some kind of financial backing. In other words, they will ask you to provide some kind of financial statements on the personal side to see if you are a viable candidate, a viable borrower. Okay, so Business Blueprint is a business loan product marketed by American Express. The company offers many term options to choose from, and we love the fact that you have a transparent fee schedule and a lenient application process. American Express is actually the parent company, so you can manage your small business loans and personal accounts from the same platform. So if you have, let's say, you have an American Express business credit card or personal credit card, not a problem. You can consolidate everything. And Business Blueprint lines of credit are ideal for single member LLC startups who have no financial backing yet, or who know they won't be able to pay them back quickly. Okay, so let me quickly talk to you about the pros and cons here. First, the pros. You have a return option within 24 hours. You have high limits for credit lines, especially for single member LLC startups. No documentation, monthly maintenance, annual or origination fees, and you have more repayment term options. What are the cons here? There could be some cases where American Express is asking for a personal guarantee. Every draw counts as a separate installment loan. And this is not like with American Express, you do not have business loans. You only get lines of credit. Okay, so think about it. So Business Blueprint offers a line of credit of up to $250,000, although the company reviews businesses individually before it decides on the final terms. And because every business is unique and has different revenue, and cash flow patterns, you're not guaranteed to be approved for that much money, okay? So if you are a single member LLC, listen to me right now. At least you can try, okay? But you may not have $250,000 at the end. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about online business lenders that will give $250,000 to single member LLC startups. The third lender I want to really talk to you about is Fundbox. So Fundbox is great for true startups. Really, like if you are a single member LLC and you are like you have a day or 2 days of operational history, Fundbox will still want you anyway. So we love Fundbox because qualification is more accessible than with similar lenders. And Fundbox is actually AI powered, artificial intelligence powered, which streamlines the application, funding, and qualifying process. While many lenders require that you establish your business for at least 1 year, Fundbox only has 3 months, in some cases 1 day, 1 week of requirements. Fundbox also offers flexible repayment terms, no prepayment penalty, next day availability, and the option to access your working capital through Stripe, a payment processing platform you can use to send payouts, accept payments, and otherwise manage online business matters. So you can really do a lot of stuff through Fundbox, especially online. So let me talk about the pros and cons of Fundbox here. The pros first. You can apply with only 1 day to 6 month history of being in business. The decision actually can be made within 3 minutes. We've seen cases where they made a decision within 1 minute. Okay, low minimum credit score requirements, and you have next day funding. What about the cons here? Well, Fundbox tend to actually offer lower loan amounts. So we're talking here about maximum $150,000, and they only offer short-term repayment plans. So you're not having 1 year. You're not even having 1 year. You don't even have 2 years. Okay, you have 6 months. That's what you have with Fundbox. So with Fundbox, you can borrow anywhere from $1,000 to $150,000 on a revolving line of credit. Loan repayment terms are much shorter with Fundbox than with other lenders. So repayment terms are either 12 or 24 weeks. Let me talk to you about Fora Financial. Fora Financial is another lender that will give up to $250,000 to single member LLC startups. So, we love the fact that Fora Financial is great for flexible spending. So the whole platform, this online business lender, offers an easy application process, fast approval, and quick funding. And so we love that a lot. And so the thing is that they place no qualifications on how you use the funds and allow you to spend the money when you need it. So, they use a loan proceeds, a lot of flexibility there. So we love that. So let me talk to you about the pros and cons here. The pros first. No collateral required. Low minimum credit score required for approval. Prepayment discounts. And you have a large loan amount range. So, Fora Financial tends to be a lot more generous than some of the lenders that we have included into this conversation. So those are the pros that I just spoke to you about. What about the cons? In some cases, Fora Financial wants you to have high revenue requirements, especially when it comes to projected financials. So if you are a newbie, if you're a startup, they still want you to really provide some kind of documentation, like financial projections, and there are some wire transfer and origination fees. So flexible loan terms, zero application fees, and fast turnaround times make Fora an ideal option for single member LLC startups that worry about day-to-day funding. And Fora places an emphasis on client relationships, and borrowers have access to a loan specialist. So if you ever get approved, Fora will assign to you a loan specialist. And Fora has no usage restrictions and no application fees. So once you actually pay off 60% of the original loan, Fora allows you to increase your borrowed amount with no collateral required. And so the company requires a minimum credit score of 550 to 600 for a loan or credit line qualification. And terms range between 6 and 16 months. So you still don't have a long period. But hey, listen, it is what it is. And so after your application, approval takes anywhere from 4 to 24 hours, and you'll receive the funds within 1 to 3 business days of formal approval. So this is kind of cool. And Fora only performs a soft inquiry credit check when you apply. So this is fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about online business lenders that will give you up to $250,000 to single member LLC startups. If you are a single member LLC startups, you will love also to hear from BlueVine. And BlueVine, what we love about BlueVine is that they've been around for a while now. And BlueVine is pretty methodical when it comes to approving single member LLC startups. What they do is that they actually look at the sector in which you're in, so the sector of activity, and they also look at the owner, the LLC members, personal credit history. It really helps to open a bank account, a business bank account with BlueVine. This is something new that they actually started, and they tend to approve borrowers who are already with them. So this is kind of cool. So what are the pros and cons of BlueVine here? Pros: you have low interest rates available to the most qualified borrowers. You have a fast approval process. You have no termination fees or long-term contracts. Okay. What about the cons here? You have stricter requirements for approval, and you have same-day funding. You have a same-day funding fee. So the thing is that, when it comes to BlueVine, for approval, your single member LLC startup must operate in an eligible state. So for business, so the thing is that BlueVine is not available in all states. Like they are not in South Dakota or North Dakota. They're not in West Virginia, for instance. But overall, what we love about BlueVine is that the application process is easy and requires little documentation. So if your business is in good standing, your single member LLC is in good standing, your loan could be approved in less than 24 hours. So just make sure that if you have a single member LLC, that you are complying with all the state regulations, so that if BlueVine checks your status, they see that you are in good standing. Okay, you must have a minimum credit score of 600 to 625 to qualify, and loan repayment terms range from 6 to 12 months, with payments made weekly or monthly. So this is kind of cool. We're talking here about a business line of credit. Another lender you will love, another online business lender, is Finance Factory. So when we talk about Finance Factory, I want you to really think about this is not a direct lender. This is a loan marketplace. But hey, listen, if you are a single member LLC startup and you're looking to acquire up to $250,000 in business loans, Finance Factory is a great place to actually go to. Okay, so it is basically, when you close your eyes and think about Finance Factory, think about a loan marketplace helping users find lines of credit, business credit cards, and personal loans for business purposes. Okay, and Finance Factory has actually been founded. It was founded in 2011, so they've been around for a while now, and they have great reviews. So it's a great place to look. Again, if you are a single member LLC startup, and let me walk you through the pros and cons of Finance Factory here. So first of all, let's talk about the pros first. No minimum time and business restrictions. You have a variety of funding products, and you have free funding range report with application. What about the cons here? You have higher interest rates once the introductory rate expires. Details change from lender to lender, and you have a longer processing time. Now, this is because it is a loan marketplace, so the processing time depends upon the lender actually. Okay. And the cool thing is that Finance Factory loans range from $5,000 all the way to $1 million. So, and again, even if you are a single member LLC startup, you can still get $1 million if you have a strong business model. You must have a minimum credit score of 550 to 600, although 700 is preferable. And repayment terms fall between 2 and 5 years. And with Finance Factory, it's important to remember that your interest rate may look low upfront, but you have no guarantee that it will stay low once the introductory period ends. So this is kind of cool. And so overall, when you think about Finance Factory, think about flexibility. Okay, there are no time in business or monthly revenue requirements, which makes actually a Finance Factory an ideal choice for a brand new business or one that doesn't have a lot of liquid assets or a lengthy earnings record. So this is kind of cool. Overall, fantastic, really fantastic. But otherwise, Finance Factory really has everything that you need. Okay, everything that you need. Next, I want to talk to you about Lendu. So Lendu is kind of similar to Finance Factory, but Lendu is way bigger than Finance Factory. So Lendu actually has it's great for higher loan amounts. So if you're a single member LLC startup and you want to acquire up to $1 million of loans or business funding programs in general, Lendu is the quintessential place to go. Because first of all, it operates in a very streamlined manner. So it has like 75 to 80 lenders in its network, and they do provide, therefore, a variety of lending options. So options here include commercial mortgages, merchant cash advances, lines of credit, SBA loans, business loans, equipment financing arrangements, business acquisition loans, and invoice factoring. So you do have choices. Okay, you have latitude here. So what are the pros and cons of Lendu? Let's first go through that. So pros first. You have one application that allows you to compare many lenders and products. You have fast funding, and you have very low minimum credit score required for application. So again, the quote unquote the barrier, like the entry barrier, is really low. What about the cons here? Loans match with the lender, so specific terms may not apply. And applications are paperwork heavy. So it's one of those things where you need to understand that with Lendu, you fill out one application and then receive offers from lenders that best fit your needs. But the thing is that because Lendu matches you with a lender, instead of loaning the money to you directly, your loan options are broader than if you were working with a smaller lender. But, again, the timing element also is important here. So Lendu loans range from $500 to $5 million. You must have a credit score of 525 to 560 to qualify for a loan or line of credit through one of Lendu's partners. And so this is kind of this is really an exceedingly low bar to clear. But remember that borrowers with poor credit pay they pay a lot of cash in terms of interest rates. And with Lendu, repayment terms range from 1 to 25 years. This is really good. But the terms will change depending on the loan and the lender. Let me close to this conversation with Triton Capital. So when we talk about online business lenders that will give you $250,000 to single member LLC startups, Triton Capital is a great player to actually think about. But Triton is great for equipment purchases. And Triton has been around for 15 years now. And so they designed their products around small and medium-sized businesses. And Triton offers a quick approval and funding times and works with business owners who have subprime credit scores. So if you have a low credit score, you will enjoy working with Triton. And Triton usually approves startup businesses that haven't logged a lot of time in business but need to purchase equipment to get started. What are the pros and cons here? The pros first. So you have lower time and business requirements, fast approval and funding, large loan amount range. So this is really good. You have a lot of flexibility here. So we'll love that a lot. And so this is good. What about the cons? I really need to talk a little bit about the cons. Low interest rates are not guaranteed. So this is something that you need to be aware of. And you have a PG or collateral required. So personal guarantee may be required. And you have high revenue requirements in general. So Triton has been around, as I said, for more than 15 years and provided businesses with more than $1 billion in financing. And so the company operates as a lender marketplace instead of a direct lender. It matches a business with the best lender in their marketplace for their specific needs. And the company has really helped close to 500,000 businesses find funding funding solutions. And what we love about Triton in general is that Triton actually, basically, what the thing is that you have to really understand that Triton is trying to really make you the best offer possible. So they offer several lending options, including long-term business loans, business lines of credit, merchant cash advances, and working capital loans. So the company will approve or deny your loan within 3 hours. Think about it, 3 hours. The application process is simple and same-day funding is possible. So we're talking about $10,000 all the way to $500,000. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, let me do a quick recap here. So I was just talking to you about online business lenders that will give you $250,000 to single-member LLC startups. So you have On Deck, American Express Business Blueprint, Fundbox, Fora Financial, BlueVine, Finance Factory, Lendu, and Triton Capital. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.